Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my video. I'm just doing a video about following video about the purple shirts, the Purple Friday shirts that are Say No to Domestic Violence, that are for staff to wear at RSL clubs all around New South Wales. The last video that I posted about these shirts must have been silent or something, but yeah, I'm just gonna sort of repeat what it said in that video and just a couple of information that I think is important to share. So as I mentioned, these are Purple Friday shirts to say no to domestic violence. These shirts go around to 200 plus clubs in New South Wales, and it's to join in on the Purple Friday shirts that include staff to represent the awareness for domestic violence and for saying no to domestic violence. RSL Workers is currently involved with doing the most work that relates to this, and they've got over 3,000 staff involved. It was originally founded at Cherry Street Sports Club, and it just continued from there. So just the reason why this is so important, clubs and pubs are some of the leading responsibilities to what causes the fuel of men's rages, and this is mostly related to alcohol addiction, gambling addiction, and NRL sports bets, which is when men lose a lot of money. You can imagine this causes a lot of conflict at home, and this would also result in a lot of rage and tension at home, and sometimes just enraging a lot of violence in men as well. There are way too many women being killed by domestic violence. Every 4 days a woman loses her life to domestic violence from an intimate partner, and since we're not getting any support from police or the government, we now have these purple shirts that got started by Cherry Street Sports Club, and it's to spread awareness and show support to help end domestic violence. All clubs are making their venues purple, and they also have staff on shift that will be able to help you out if you need support relating to an issue that's relating to domestic violence. This year 23 women have lost their lives, as well as 8 children to domestic violence, so we need to do our part. The largest killings of human is by male violence, and women's worst predators are often the men that they live with, so when women get married, this becomes the most dangerous situation that she'll ever be in. It's very rare that a woman can leave a domestic violence relationship or even get a divorce without being killed or suffering some kind of abuse. So these purple shirts have only been running for less than a few weeks, and I've already been approached by many women telling me their stories of domestic violence. I just wanted to mention as well, women are the ones that always do a majority of the work in relationships and in a marriage as well. So particularly when it comes to marriage, women take on a lot of the stress to keep the marriage working. Women are also the ones that give birth, and generally are the ones that end up looking after all of the childcare, the cooking, the cleaning, and 90% of making the marriage work. Women also have to go through a lot of pain before getting married and before childbirth as well. So there is monthly pain that is really, really bad for women. 1 in 7 women will experience the worst kind that they have, and that affects 190 million women around the world. And from your young teenage years as well, women will also start experiencing sexual harassment. So this will just be from elderly men on the street. As a woman, if you talk, smile, or even look in the directions of a man, you'll be followed. Young girls also experiencing their bosses flirting with them, acting inappropriate in a workplace, and sometimes exposing themselves to you. If you say anything or complain about a male boss or a colleague, you will be the one to be fired. At a young age, you also start to experience elderly men talking to you, and you try and be as polite as you can and talk back to the men, but the more kinder you are and the longer you hold on to the conversation, you have an 80% chance of the man making an inappropriate joke or a sexual joke around you. Women deal with a lot of street harassing, so calling and sexual harassment out of a car. Guys at gyms staring and following you around, and this can often lead to threats and verbal abuse if you reject them.